there was not much emotion here because you didn't get a sense of to me, the emotion in that book is the connection between Jack and Neil that Brad's talking about. These two men saying, we're going to live for each other, take care of each other until we die with the $87 we have. And I told Walter, you've got to show that it's the connection between these two men. This is what people will hang on to. This is what will make people feel the emotion. And so they got rid of that first 20 minutes of riding around in buses and cars and trucks, and it opens right now. Basically, the movie, as it now stands, it opens with a very quick scene of Neil crazily parking a car in New York. As you know, he worked in a parking lot. 40 miles an hour, he'd zoom somebody's car up into a wall and screech the brakes and stop it and jump out. So you get like about 20 seconds of him parking cars, and the very next thing you see is the scene you saw here, where they're Jack and Alan and Chad King are going hell chase, going up to the apartment, and the meeting with Neil starts the movie. And then Walter added something at the end. As the credits are rolling, you see Neil, which was not in the first version, you see Neil walking down the railroad tracks in Mexico. And those who know the story know that he's walking to his death. He eventually just drops, he's full of drugs and alcohol, and falls over and passes out and dies of exposure. So, although that's not stated, many people know that. And as the movie ends, you see him walking down those railroad tracks. So it now follows really the whole trajectory of the friendship of Jack and Neil, the breaking up of Jack and Neil, the death of Neil. And I think it now really works as a movie. The one thing that I was really still disappointed about, but it's Walter Sallis's movie. Walter saw Jack Kerouac as a personal freedom revolutionary. Somebody who was breaking all the taboos and all the mores to give us a much wider spectrum of life that we could live. More experimentation, drugs, sex. Give people, and of course he was writing in the 50s, Jack Kerouac, to break through all the limitations. To say that people should have a much wider range of experience. That's what Walter Sallis turned on to, and really that's what the movie is directed at. But one of the things that I feel very strongly, and I think Brad said it, is that On the Road is a spiritual journey too. There's a great deal of spiritual search in that book about what is man on earth for, what is the meaning of life on earth, why are we here, what should we be doing. And so one of the things that I tried to push Walter to in the revision of the movie was to get in, there's many little scenes that could have been added in the book. Every so often they're on the road, they see this old man who looks like Job with the long, long white beard, and the old man says, "Go moan for man, go moan for man," which is Job. It's moan for the suffering of being a man, being a human being. I said, you could put in 10 seconds of that and it would add so much. They shied away from that. For whatever reason, the movie is very heavy, as you saw. It's on sex and drugs. There's not a lot of the spirituality. If I was to have my druthers, I would have liked a little bit more of the spirituality added to it. But I think that it works now as a movie. And the performances, by the way, I think are great. The kids, as I call them, I think all did great jobs. Really great job. The woman who portrays Carolyn, Kirsten Dunst, I knew Carolyn. She's really got her down completely. Voice, mannerisms, attitude. The British actor Tom Sturridge, who plays Ginsberg, had to learn an American accent to play that role. And I think it's really a multi-dimensional Ginsberg, because the young Allen Ginsberg, who you probably knew, Joanna, was often angry, frustrated. Not the praying Buddhist of later years. He was a very frustrated and angry young man. And I think Tom Sturridge gets that. The cinematography, which you didn't see here, there's some beautiful shots of the American road, all weathers, all lights. I don't know, the nominations came out today. Did it get any nominations for Oscars? It didn't? None. What a trap.
It was really open.
So they didn't count the LA, I thought the purpose of the LA and New York thing was so that it could have been eligible.
No one saw it. They sent out SAG screeners and Academy screeners, but it didn't have any publicity. That's coming in January.
So will it be eligible next year then?